So, had a shower this morning and having a better voice than I did yesterday, so it's better that we try the next bit faster hand today. Let's see, we opened 3 no trump, which is not something I would have done, to be honest. Although it is acceptable, I guess. I would have opened 2 diamonds in our German system, which is the strongest opening. I know people who open 2 clubs, of course, if that is their strongest opening. But yeah, 3 no trump opening. I think it's acceptable if you agree. If you agree on it, and partner having 7 high card points immediately jump to 6 no trump, which, let's see. I mean, at the very first glance, this doesn't look all that complicated, but of course, there, there will be a sting in the tail of this, presumably. So let's see, we have 1 sure trick in spades, not really much potential for anything further in that suit, I suppose. We have 4 high tricks in hearts, is 5. 3 in clubs only, since if we unblock the club suit from our own hand, then we have no way to reach the good king in dummy, unfortunately. So there's only 3 sure tricks in that suit, and 3 sure tricks in diamonds, which is 11. So we need to somehow develop 1 trick, and given this is a level 5 hand, I'm pretty sure that neither clubs nor diamonds nor hearts will probably split. I mean, each of these suits could provide the 12th trick. I mean, if hearts split, let's see, we have 5 hearts, so, or 6. So if hearts split for 3, then our final heart in hand would be good. If the 10 of clubs falls under the first 3 club tricks, we could just overtake the jack with the king, let's say. Let's say in dummy. And our 9 of clubs would be good for the 12th trick. And in diamonds, it's the same story, actually. If diamond split 3-2, we can unblock the diamond suit by playing the ace king queen first, and then switch to the king of clubs and cash the remaining diamonds in dummy. So I'm pretty sure that neither of those things will be the case. Yes. Not really much choice to be had on the first trick, I guess. It doesn't make any sense to play a high heart under this trick, at least. Yeah, I don't see any reason. So now we need to start actually thinking. So my natural instinct would be first to unblock the diamond suit. And already test if diamonds split like 4-1 or even 5-0. If they split 5-0, I will stop the unblocking process. And even if they split 4-1 after 2 rounds of diamonds, I think I will switch to something else, since whenever I lose a trick in another suit, If the opponents then cash their high diamond, we're down. So that's something we need to avoid. Of course, I'm already thinking about all sorts of squeezes in this hand. We need to split the threats in the different suits, and we need to decide on one suit which we can play in order to actually execute the squeeze. My natural incline of some sort would be to just cash the 3 diamonds, or 2 of them. Let's say if they split 4-1, which I highly assume. Test 2 rounds of clubs also. Maybe even test 2 rounds of hearts. Not really sure about that, but we can potentially do that. And then to just exit the 2 of spades. Because in order for any squeeze to work, we need to so-called rectify the count, meaning we need to lose 1 trick, which we will lose anyway. The opponents will most likely return a spade. We could also just play 1 round of clubs in case they return clubs and mess with our communication. Yeah, it's better to only cast the ace of clubs. So they return most likely a spade, which we of course win with the ace. And now we should probably cash the 2nd round of clubs in hand and play the heart suit. If hearts split, everything is fine. But if they don't split, we need to probably take a guess where the 10 of clubs might be situated. Which is not really ideal. There's no potential for a 2nd entry to dummy. Absolutely none. Like there's 1 entry to the king of clubs, of course, but well, we don't have a club lower than the 9-8-7, and if the 10 falls, so that the 9-8-7 become potential entries, then we already have our 12th trick. We then don't need to worry about entries at all anymore. So I'm actually tempted to just try this. Just to see which of the 2 opponents stops which shoot. So West led a heart. He's most likely to stop the heart suit, I think. I don't need the spades from dummy, so I can play 2 rounds of hearts safely, discarding the spades. I can also discard 1 diamond from dummy. From dummy, by the way, I only need 1 diamond as a threat card. So let's do it. Let's just play 2 rounds of diamonds first. Seeing if the diamonds split 3-2, because if they do, it's a laydown. So it's not a laydown, and West is the one stopping. Okay. With East discarding a club. So now let's cash 1 round of clubs. I think that cannot hurt, really. Both defenders follow. And I think also catching 2 rounds of hearts doesn't hurt. So both defenders follow, so we missed 7 hearts at the beginning, so the only issue would be if they now split 5-2. If they split 4-3, in any way we can just continue the hearts and it's a laydown contract again. But of course it's not, and it's again West who stops it. Important to know, since West also stopped the diamond suit. So I'm now just tempted to lose a spade trick. I can't avoid losing a spade trick. I think there's no serious spade threat. Or is there? If I continue the hearts now... Maybe there is actually. I need to think about how I want to execute this squeeze, because I'm sure it is a squeeze. But all 4 suits could potentially play a role in this, which is quite rare actually. Usually 3 suits is the maximum in the squeeze, but there's something to consider in each suit. So West started with 4 diamonds and 5 hearts for sure. He also followed a single round of clubs. He's just discarded a spade on the second heart round, so... There are now 2 possibilities. We could either lose the trick voluntarily in hearts to West right now. And then try to squeeze East later on in spades and clubs. Since I'm pretty sure that East must hold the 10 of clubs. Like, if I just play 2 rounds of clubs ending in dummy right now, West must be out of clubs since he... well, not necessarily. He hasn't shown a single spade yet, but to be honest, if West is void in spades, East would have started with an 8-card spade suit. And he would have surely bid that suit, especially since it would have also contained quite a lot of values actually. So West surely has at least 1 spade, most likely 2 spades actually. Since East didn't bid for spades, did he have an opportunity? No, he did not. I mean, okay, maybe not. I mean, East didn't have an opportunity to play to bid spades because we were already at 6-0 trump at that point. So that maybe don't think about that. So the one possibility is now to just play the 3 of hearts. Discard the diamond from dummy, and East will return either a spade or a diamond, I assume. And then we can try to squeeze East on the Jack of Hearts. Which is actually quite promising, since East then needs to come down to... well, or the Queen of Diamonds in case West leads spades. Because let's say for argument's sake, West returns a diamond. We win the Queen of Diamonds and now we play the Jack of Hearts, where East needs to come down to 4 cards. And he needs to hold 3 clubs to the 10. So, if we, let's say, discard the 5 of spades from dummy on the jack of hearts. So I play the 3 of hearts, let West win it, discard a diamond from dummy, West, let's say, returns a diamond. And now I play the jack of hearts. And discard the 5 of spades from dummy. West needs to hold on to a diamond. But West will probably still stop the spade suit, I think. East needs to let go of the spades, since East needs to come down, needs to hold 3 clubs to the 10. I'm also actually starting to think about another possibility, which is using East as a stepping stone to North. Like, playing one more round of clubs, maybe? Or playing 2 more rounds of clubs, actually. West needs to make 2 discards now. I'm playing 1 diamond first, actually. I'm playing 1 round of diamonds first to unblock the suit. Then maybe play 2 rounds of clubs. Now West surely is out of a club stopper. I mean, West already followed 1 round of clubs, remember that. So maybe actually playing a 2nd round of clubs is not that bad. Since if West is now able to return a club later on, that would automatically mean club splitting 3-3. So my idea would be to play 2 rounds of clubs, squeeze West with it, because West cannot let go of either hearts or diamonds. If he on the 2nd club trick lets go of a diamond, I immediately change plans, take the club with the king and cash my diamond. If West lets go of a heart, I obviously let the club 1 and cash my 2 hearts. So if I now play the queen of diamonds and 2 rounds of clubs, West needs to come down to 4 cards in his hand. He doesn't have a club anymore, but he needs to keep a diamond. And he needs to keep 2 hearts to stop me. So he can only keep 1 spade. Could I even afford to play the Jack of Hearts first? Maybe. Maybe it's better actually. Play the Queen of Diamonds. Play one round of clubs. Play the Jack of Hearts. Discarding a diamond from dummy. We don't need all that diamonds. And then playing the other club. I quite like that. Since now West must come down to 3 cards. And he needs to keep a heart and he needs to keep a diamond. So he has to, on the second club, he needs to discard a spade and come down to a singleton spade. And now is also the question, what does East hold? In his last 4 cards, East needs to remain with 2 clubs to stop me from just playing the King of Clubs and catching the 9 of Clubs. Meaning East must also come down to 2 spades only. Yes, that's it. And then I play the Ace of Spades from hand, eliminating West's last spade and also bringing East down to a singleton spade, and then I exit the 2 of spades. And East then in the last trick needs to return clubs to my king. Yes. Okay, this is a good strategy, I think. Play the Queen of Diamonds first to unblock the suit, so that if West discards diamonds, we can cash the diamond in dummy. Now I play 1 round of clubs I can play. West lets go of a spade, so West started with 1 club and 3 spades, so West started with a 3-5-4-1 distribution. So now I wanted to cash the Jack of Hearts to put East under pressure, because I need East to come down to only a doubleton spade, which is important, so that after I lose my 2 of spades, he doesn't have another spade to return. And I can safely discard one of those diamonds from dummy, no problem. Yeah, so East now is down to probably 2 clubs. Yeah, surely 2 clubs and 2 spades. And now I play the Jack of Clubs. West needs to let go of a spade, since if he discards either a diamond, I will take this Jack and play the diamond. If he discards a heart, well then next I play my 3 of hearts, obviously. So he needs to discard a spade from hand. Now I let this one go. Yeah, so he still has the 10 of clubs in hand, but West now is down to 1 heart, 1 spade, and 1 diamond. And now I draw West's last spade with the ace. Now East has a spade and a club left, and now I play the 2 of spades, giving the trick to East, and I think he needs to return a club. And give me my 12th trick. Yes. Okay, this was a very nice hand, I think. Because there were multiple strategies to consider. We could consider squeezes against East. We could consider squeezes against West. But in the end of the day, I always was sort of focused on possibly forcing East to play into my clubs. So West leads a heart. Yeah, we play 2 rounds of diamond first, since it's a test. I mean, if diamond split 3-2, it's a laydown contract. We may even make our 13 tricks in that case, since dummy then has 2 diamond winners. So, and now when we play 2 more rounds of hearts, we learned that West actually stopped both hearts and diamonds, and that should give us a clear plan for the future, since we know that West's hand in the black suits is sort of limited. Since we know he had 5 hearts and 4 diamonds to begin with. Yeah, we play the ace of clubs. Now West's clubs are eliminated, so he cannot ever return clubs, which is good since he cannot mess with our communication. Yeah, we can test the second round of clubs as also, since a 3-3 club break would also secure our contract. There are many fortunate breaks which would secure the contract. But even if none of them materialize, I think we are actually still quite safe in this contract. I'm not sure if it's really 100%, but it's very close to, since West's hand at this point is very, very restricted. Yeah, we cash the diamond to unblock the suit, simply to be able to, if West discards diamonds, that we can win a diamond in dummy for our 12th trick. Yeah, let's catch the last heart winner as well. Yeah, and now we need a third round of clubs. And on this one, West is forced to let go of his spade stopper, so only East now stops spades. Since West cannot let go of either hearts or diamonds. Entry shifting squeeze. If he discards a diamond, we win this club trick in dummy immediately, and dummy has a diamond winner for our 12th trick. If West now, yeah, we take it and play the diamond. And if West discards a spade, that means since he holds a heart and a diamond, he must be down to a singleton spade. And now we just let go, I think, yes. Because now we know that if we now play 2 rounds of spades, that West cannot win that trick anymore, only East can. And East is then forced to return the club, since he still stopped the club suit, so he still had 2 clubs in hand, and therefore only has room for 2 spades. So if we now play 2 rounds of spades, we force East into returning a club. There's absolutely no other possibility, since we haven't seen the 10 of clubs also. Yeah, now we just cash the ace. Now West is out of spades, so if we now play the 2 of spades, only East can win this one, and he is the one who needs to return the club. So if we actually, when we play the Jack of Clubs, that's the most important part, I think. We will decide if we take this one or if we let it go and hope for the king to materialize, solely based on what West discards on this trick. If West discards a diamond, we don't win a club trick, but we take the club as an entry to dummy to cash the diamond. And if West discards a heart, that doesn't really matter, since our 3 of hearts in hand is then good. And if West discards a spade, now we let go of this club trick. Because we can now, since West doesn't stop the spade suit anymore, force East into returning a club force. Alright, I think I did quite okay on this hand. I'm actually quite pleased with myself today. Okay, hope you have a nice weekend. Enjoy the weather. It's really nice here in Germany where I live now. And see you tomorrow.